Hi friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kelly. Happy September. I usually get my September TBR well before the month starts, but not this time. I've been crazy busy. I'm outside. You might hear some cicadas, but it has been just a very busy time, just homeschooling the kids, getting them back in their activities, and just dealing with everyday life. So we are going to do the best we can on September 2nd, giving a September TBR. First of all, we're going to talk about the Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. I love Dickens, and Courtney Reads and I are going to start reading through this very slowly so that we finish it next month in Victober. But we're going to probably just do about like a chapter or two a day. And I just love reading his works slowly because they were originally serialized. So I think it just works so much better that way. Now we're hearing some interesting bird noises in the background. And then I'm glad that I didn't do this early because I added a book that I hadn't planned on adding, and I heard Courtney Reads talking about Red September, and I will leave the host for that in the description. And I'm not following all the prompts. I am just doing one. So this is a readathon where you read about communism, fiction, real life, nonfiction, that kind of stuff. And it kind of just explores, you know, what that is, what that does. And so I'm going to read Saving My Assassin. And that is a book about a woman who, someone tried to kill her in Romania for, I'm assuming, for her Christian faith, when it was a very harsh communist regime there. And this is by Virginia Prodan. I've heard so many good things from friends. It's been on my TBR for a while, but I thought, well, let me jump in. This is a good month to do it. Also, now again, I'm not following all the prompts. I'm just kind of doing my own thing, but thought this would be a good time since so many of my BookTube friends will be reading it. Cheryl from Candlewick Library and many others, I'll put them in the description with her, are hosting a return to Hogwarts Readathon. I think I got that name right. And so I decided to just reread my favorite Harry Potter book this month, which is Harry Potter and the Prisoners of Azkaban by, of course, J.K. Rowling. Now, you may wonder why. Why do you think that is your favorite? And I think the reason why is there's still a lot of that childhood, nostalgia and that feeling of just peace that you get, but also things start getting dark. So there's that perfect marriage of just the beautiful, cozy, feel that the magical world has, and then you add in it's starting to get a little bit darker, and it's just the perfect mix of that for me personally. All right, now, I've talked about this before. I've tried to get the ugly sticker off. I got this at the library sale. This is a book of 3 by Lloyd Alexander, and I'm doing this as a read aloud with my kids. It is, you have a funny oracle pig. What can be better than that? All right, individual books I'm reading to my individual kids. My oldest, Kylie, we are reading the 3rd book in the Crowns of Croswell series together by D.E. Knight. And if you're not familiar with this series, I would say it's very clean. The magic doesn't make me feel uncomfortable as a Christian. And I feel like it is just, a little bit more, I think boys would like it, but it's a little bit more focused on a female character. So if you like Harry Potter, you'll probably like this. It's about scrivenists, kids that are training to be scrivenists, which are magical writers, basically. And then the other characters in the story are royalists. And I can't say much about book 3 without spoiling book 1 and 2. So we'll just leave it at that. And then here's another ugly sticker on the front of this, but I could not get off, even with my, Gooby Gone. This is Fablehaven book 4 by Brandon Mull. My son and I are reading this, and you have a world where there's a preserve, where there are all sorts of creatures people think are not real, and they exist. And of course, there is a fight against good and evil. This is a brother-sister story. So I really enjoy them. And then we are listening in the car to the Penderwicks of Gardham Street. This is by Jeanne Birdsall. And this is about four sisters. And there's something that works so well, just like in Little Women, about four sisters. Like, you can really develop them a little bit differently than if there's just three. She does such a good job of making the sisters nuanced, but it's very funny, and they get in scrapes. Their father is a widow, and so I'm looking forward to this book and everything that we are going to be reading this month, me by myself and as a family. I hope you guys are doing well and that you read a lot. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.